After last night, Andre Drummond got injured, his nose injury, I think it wasn't that bad. You got Pistons fans saying that Detroit is better off without Andre Drummond on the floor because of the spacing. Let's talk about it. Are the Pistons better without Dre? Just without Dre, not replacing with nobody, just better without Dre in general. Let's talk about it. Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Hopefully everybody enjoying this snow. Say that jokingly, but we in the building, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. And like I said before, are the Pistons better without Andre Drummond? Just without Andre Drummond, not replacing him with Anthony Davis or DeMarcus Cousins or replacing him with Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier. The answer is no. I don't have to watch the game to know. I didn't watch the game yesterday, but Dre, spacing ain't got nothing to do with Andre Drummond, bro. Okay, playing basketball the right way is not being played right now in the NBA. So people think the center is supposed to go out there and shoot at the 3-point line and create space. No, that's not his job. Andre Drummond, with the body Andre Drummond got, Andre Drummond's job is to really protect the rim, which he don't do a good job. Score and score around the rim and pick up the garbage around the rim, which he do an average job of, and get buckets with his back to the basket. And that's cool. You don't have to have a stretch five. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to copy somebody else. How do you beat a team that like the Golden State Warriors? You beat them within an interior. Attacking the paint. They don't have a rim defender no more without JaVale McGee. Even with DeMarcus Cousins, he don't play no defense. How you beat them? You play old school basketball. You throw it into the paint. You play inside out. Because you're not going to beat them going 3 for 3. But how you can beat them is getting with high percentage shots in the paint. Trading 2s for 3s, I'll do that all day. Especially when they ain't knocking down 3s. You're not going to hit 20, 30 threes a night. Even in a 7-game series, you're not. If I get high percentage shots at the basket and I can get in there and I can get a big guy to get his buckets with his back to the basket and clean up the garbage around the rim, I'll take that. And we still going to get our 3s up. So, no, Andre Drummond, the Pistons are not better without Andre Drummond. It ain't got nothing to do with spacing. It has something to do with Andre Drummond playing his position and being a better rim defender. You know what I'm saying? You can't not be better without your second best player. I just can't see that. Spacing or no spacing. I don't know what people talking about spacing. Andre Drummond don't mess up the space. He do what he do. He get rebounds. He get 15 rebounds a game. With him being at the 3-point line, you're not going to have those rebound opportunities. Them offensive rebound opportunities. So it's just like people just so stuck in this stupid age of basketball. It's being played wrong. You know, and rightfully so, because you can't defend no more. You can't touch these guys no more. They took away hand check for Jordan, and they just took away defense in general. You know, when Jordan was playing back in the 80s, man, the league average was way over 100 points a game, but they played defense because they had fundamentals. They played D. The Bad Boys averaged, 107, 108 points a game or 104 points a game, and they was the best defensive team in the league. And that was with hard rules. That was with, like, hand checking and stuff. They were just fundamentally better. They knew how to, post up. They knew how to shoot the mid-range. They knew how to play the game the right way. Right now, the way the game being played right now, the reason these guys can come over at half court and jack up threes, or the reason these guys can get all these 3-point shots because, or go to the rim and get fouled every time because it's being played soft. That's the last hurdle for the NBA to be the most popular sport in the NBA. I mean, be more popular sport in America. That's the last hurdle. Is that, people don't want to watch the NBA because they carry, they travel, they flop. That's their last hurdle. They got an excellent product. The talent level is rising, but the rules, it's real soft. But NFL going the same way too, so it's accommodating the NBA. But like I said, you cannot be better without your second best player. Just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And people say one game. One game is a trend, not a blip. Nobody's thinking, logically. People say, oh, you talk about Luke Kennard. He had a good game yesterday. One good game out of 82. One good game doesn't make it a trend. It's a blip. If he doesn't do it on a consistent level or a consistent basis like Blake Griffin, it's a blip. Blake Griffin is a trend. He does it night in and night out. Of course, you're going to have nights where you don't do it. But he does it night in and night out. Luke Kennard had one good game. Andre Drummond, they win one game without Andre Drummond. Now, if they get on a losing streak, if we had Andre Drummond, we'll be winning them. Like, fans are real fickle. They're real fickle. You know what I'm saying? I can't even bash Dre for that, man. Oh, they won without Dre last night because of the spacing on the floor. No, Dre do what he supposed to do. Dre don't mess up the spacing. That's Dwayne Casey fault. Your center is not supposed to be floating around the three-point line. Offensively. If he's supposed to be a developer of talent, he needs to develop Andre Drummond in the post. Because last time I checked, Shaquille O'Neal or Dwight Howard in Orlando, Shaquille O'Neal in Orlando and LA, they have plenty of spacing. What are people talking about? Shaq on the block, Fisher, Kobe, Fox, Ori, they had plenty of space. Shaq didn't fuck up the space. Dwight Howard with Turkoglu, Jameer Nelson, Rashard Lewis, Michael Pietrus, he didn't mess up the space for Orlando. So when you look at the schematics and say Dre messing up the spacing on the floor, look at the coach then. Why is Dre messing up the spacing on the floor? Why isn't Dre being more like Dwight Howard, Shaquille O'Neal, Akeem Olajuwon too? Vernon Maxwell, Kenny the Jet Smith, Robert Horry, Sam Cassell. You know what I'm saying? What's Scott Brooks? You know what I'm saying? David Robinson, Tim Duncan. They played together. They didn't have no spacing issues back then. It's the coaching. Instead of coaching to beat the teams that's going with the analytical stats about the 3-point shot. Instead of coaching to beat them, do coaching to be like them. You're not gonna never be like Golden State. Okay? You're never gonna be like Houston. You have to build a team to beat them. And if Dwayne Casey is want to go with the trend with the Pistons, they ain't gonna never be shit. He has to build a team to beat them. Because you never had a talent, so you have to build a team to beat them. And that's schematics. That's player personnel. Having defenders. You got to develop Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond, if he can't get it right, if he can't do a drop step, or if he can't do a turning gun or baby hook, or if he can't develop a sky hook, if he can't develop a counter, he can't develop a little 5-footer. As soon as he catches it from the mid post and put it up in the basket like a Ewing or Alonzo, if he can't develop that, then he need to leave. If he can't develop an offensive game around or just around and just outside the paint and inside the paint, and he ain't defending the basket, and just say what I said before. You need to trade him. But what I'm saying is, just without Andre Drummond, the Pistons ain't better. Okay? If you don't replace it with nobody else, this is the hypothetical. Like last night, because they won without Andre Drummond, it's a blip. It's not a trend. Now, if they rip off Andre Drummond, let's say out 5 or 7 or 10 games, and they rip off 10 games in a row, they go 8 for 10 or 7 for 10 without Andre Drummond, then we could say, okay, they may be better without Andre Drummond. But one night, making an assessment off of one night, that's what's wrong with Pistons. Remember Reggie Jackson had one good night? Oh, you hate on Reggie? You seen Reggie had 20 and 8. The Pistons won. Yeah, Reggie Jackson. Then the next 10 games, them niggas quiet. The next 2 months, they quiet. Same thing for Luke Kennard. Oh, y'all seen Luke Kennard had a good game and he went for 22. Next 10 games, you ain't gonna hear nothing from him. One game don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to do a night in, night out in the NBA. In one game without Dre and them playing well don't mean they better without Dre. The stats told you that Toronto was balling without Kawhi Leonard. And people say, oh, they better without Kawhi Leonard? No fucking way. The stats can tell you a lot of things, but stats ain't everything. Look at the eye. Look at your eyes. Now, if you want to move Andre Drummond, then you talking my language. Now you talking my language. Like Drake. I've been said move him. I've been said move all these dudes and be bad. But, people want to just think the Pistons can just throw a whole bunch of shit in the pot and call it gumbo. It don't work that way. But, hey, Smart C Sports Talk. Let me know what you think. Are the Pistons better strictly without Andre Drummond, without replacing him with anybody? Don't forget, we on Facebook, we on Twitter, also on Instagram. Also, can reach out to the email if you got a business question, inquiry, or sponsorship. And also hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. You want to make a donation to the channel. That link's always in the description. I definitely appreciate everybody who shared the videos. It's the best way you can donate. Share. And I'll be back with another Piston video behind this. And, keep checking this out. Keep checking for us. We're going to keep dropping that dope content. We're going to stay being consistent. And hopefully everybody enjoyed the videos we dropped yesterday. Appreciate it. One time for the one time. CJ Goodfellow.